Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play The Binding of Isaac. Today we're just going to go ahead and jump right into I was going to say a match here. I don't think I can really describe it as that because it's not like Call of Duty or anything, but I thought we would just go ahead and play as Isaac once again. Unfortunately, we don't have any keys to unlock this golden chest right here, so we can just waltz on into... Are the Let's Play guides, like, listening to my every word right now? We pick up the skeleton key, which will give us enough keys to open probably every single chest, every single room, whatever, in the entire game. That is why I like the troll engine sometimes, because it just listens to you. Sometimes it gives you what you want. I can't even believe, now it's just giving me keys to be funny, I guess. Sometimes it gives you what you want, sometimes it doesn't, but half the time, you know, it's entertaining all around. I don't even know what to say right now. Might as well go ahead and pick up the pack. I would love to pick up brimstone, but I picked up the pack because I knew it was going to give me an extra 2 spirit hearts or whatever. Basically, take away 2 spirit or regular hearts and give me 2 spirit hearts. In that situation, I feel like that is a good thing to do because, of course, it's like the same amount of HP. I just have less, you know, heart containers, I guess. I would have taken brimstone. I guess I'm just going to pick up my 100th key here. But at one, I wouldn't have gotten any health back, so I would have had 1 heart, and I don't think that would be quite enough. I don't feel like basically my skills are good enough to warrant taking brimstone in that situation, but we're going to be fighting our first boss here, the Widow. Like I said in the last episode, I had Platinum God. I guess I still do, kinda, because I still have the achievement in Steam or whatever, but I don't even know the names of half the bosses. So if I don't remember the name of a boss, I will probably just watch the introduction cutscene thing that they sometimes show for the bosses. And I would love to take out these spiders before they get to be, you know, too big of a problem here. Probably should have taken out I don't know what they're called either. I've always heard them called nubs, but I'm not sure if that's actually what they're called. But we picked up Mom's heals and we get a range up. And we're moving on down to the basement 2, or the cellar 2, I guess, which of course is a good thing, I believe. Might as well, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I don't think that was really worth it. Apparently, one of those was a tinted rock. Oh wait, maybe the small rock. I guess I forgot how the small rock was unlocked. I guess to unlock the small rock, you have to blow up a certain amount of rocks, and apparently that was just enough right there. But what I did that in the first place for was to get that little bit of money right there. I probably should have seen maybe if there would have been a secret room able to be, you know, around that situation somewhere. And I guess keys are just going to be the theme of this run, because now we have a golden key and we're not even going to have to touch our stash. I was going to say stock and stash, and it kind of blended together to make some other word that wasn't either of those words, but we are not even going to have to dip into our key supply because we have a golden key now. Might as well go ahead and blow up this tinted rock. Maybe we'll get the small rock. Unfortunately, we did not, but I did pick up another spirit heart, and we are doing okay as far as health goes right now. I would like to get a couple more actual health upgrades, as I guess pretty much everybody does, unless you're going for, you know, permanent, maybe not permanent, you know, Polaroid invincibility or whatever. I'm not one to usually shoot all the fire. I don't know if I said this in the last episode, but I might as well right now just to maybe get, I don't think you can, I guess money would be the only thing that I would like right now. And because I have 10 cents right now, I'm fairly close to 15, of course. That's just how math works. I would love to be able to get 15 cents and maybe go to the shop, especially on this floor, because I do have 15 cents. I have unlimited keys on this floor, which might be a good thing. Might as well go ahead and use, I'm trying to think if there's any possible way I can maybe put a bomb here and go outside and make it big enough to blow up the wall over here and these rocks. I really doubt that that's possible. Maybe if I do the old patented walk out of the room and walk back in trick, it'll be big enough. Unfortunately not, but I did find the secret room in which there are 9 cents. So now the shop is a viability. I would love to go in there and maybe get, I don't believe the blue candle is unlocked yet, so I guess that's not really a possibility, but the map and the compass, I believe, are always possibilities, so I would love to get either of those. Not really a big fan of the cursed skull there. I believe the cursed skull is an item or a trinket that basically warps you out of the room if you get to either 1 heart or a half a heart or something like that. Not really my cup of tea, especially because I think the first time I got it kind of conditioned me against getting it ever again, because the first time I got it, I think I had like half a heart or something like that and a bunch of spirit hearts. At that point, every time I took damage, it would basically warp me out of a room, which was really bad, and I didn't like that. But I did get Sister Maggie right there, which I don't think we've gotten yet in my, you know, new challenge run, not challenge runs, my new series in the Binding of Isaac. So that's always a good thing, to get some items which normally I wouldn't be too happy about in the normal scheme of things, in a new run anyway. But we are going to, I guess, pick up the ladder. I would like to be able to get some of those items that you might be able to get in some situations that you might not be able to get if you didn't have the ladder. And I guess I will go ahead and pick up a bomb. Maybe I should have picked up that tarot card there, but I have a feeling that maybe a bomb will be a little bit more useful when it comes to maybe blowing up a tinted rock or getting to a secret room. I would love to go into a secret room and maybe find I would really love to find like Dr. Fetus or something like that. I know that's not something that you normally could expect to find. I'm not even sure if you can get it right now. There is a challenge called, you know, the Doctor's Revenge or something like that. I don't remember if that unlocks Epic Fetus or if you unlock Dr. Fetus with that. Epic Fetus is already unlocked. Not entirely sure, but we did pick up the wired coat hanger here, a Tears Up. As far as I know, it actually is a Tears Up. Might as well go ahead and, I was going to say fight Krampus. I didn't know that was actually going to be Krampus, I swear. But I guess the troll engine, like I said, was listening to me. I was going to say pick up an item in here, but then I remembered since we have such little health, maybe picking up an item was not going to be worth it, and maybe fighting Krampus would be worth it, and then they went ahead and gave me Krampus because, like I said, I would not really have been able to pick up an item. Fortunately, Krampus is not too big of a deal in this situation because I'm firing so quickly and I'm doing a fair bit of damage. Only thing I'm worried about is his laser attack. His bullet attack or whatever is not really that hard to dodge, and neither is his laser attack, but for some reason I just have a tendency to go deer in the headlights mode whenever I see that attack, you know, telegraphed, and I got the lump of coal there. Speaking of the lump of coal, I might as well go ahead and pick up this, and I was going to use it right away, but we only have 2 cents, and that card doubles our money. Might as well wait a few minutes to see if we can get some more money to go with that, but I believe my first encounter with the Binding of Isaac was way back when the Christmas update or something came out. I think it was actually that Steam sale or something. I think it was the Steam Christmas sale of 2011 or something. I say it like it was, you know, the War of 1945 or whatever, but anyway, there was an achievement where you had to beat Krampus, I believe, and get a lump of coal to get a lump of coal, I believe, for the Steam sale or something like that. That was a little while ago. I don't actually remember what was up with that entirely, but that was the first time I ever played the Binding of Isaac because I was going for an achievement to get, you know, a free game or a game coupon or whatever. And little did I know that that would spawn into a, you know, a 200-hour personal play, watching hundreds of hours probably of Isaac videos on the internet and doing my own series. So I guess I can thank Steam for that. Luckily, we do have enough keys to come in here and we get quad shot. I think this is going to be the run, guys. You know, it's not the second run. It is the second run, so it's not like I've had, you know, trials and tribulations or anything before this. But I have a feeling we're going to beat the womb. I don't think we can go any farther than the womb in this run. Assuming that we even can go to the womb. I believe that is as far as we can go because we did meet Mom in the last run. And we can't go to the cathedral or shoal, I don't believe. So I guess, like I said, that's going to be as far as we can go. I'm not sure if I should go back. We do have some keys, of course. I already opened up the shop. If I can get another cent, maybe, to go ahead. I think there was a spirit heart in the shop I would love to get. Might as well go ahead and search for these. I was going to say the spirit room. That wouldn't really make much sense. Luckily, I somehow blew up that rock, and I was able to pick up that extra bomb. I would love to find the secret room, maybe to find some extra money. I want to go back to the shop just to see if there was a spirit heart in here for 5 cents. I'd love to pick that up because, like I said, we are kind of low on health. Ever since that deal with the devil, we have not actually picked up any extra health or anything, except for a couple of spirit heart drops here and there. So I would love to get some actual, you know, hard health containers. And in here we get 10 bombs. I guess we might as well go ahead and pick it up. Normally, if I was just playing by myself or something like that, I probably would not pick that up, especially since we're only going to the womb. But we are going to the womb, and Mom's Heart is going to be a, you know, usually Mom's Heart is a boss fight that you want to use bombs on, so maybe it would be a good idea to pick these up. But normally these rooms right here, I don't really go to that often because half the time it doesn't feel like the rewards are worth it, especially because it seems like half the time they don't actually give you an item. It's just like a chest that you might be able to open, and usually I find that the chests are probably not worth fighting all of these enemies. Anyway, like I said, I still want to find the secret room. I'm not sure where it could possibly be at this point. I might go ahead and blow up Demon Judgment here. Maybe we can get something good out of him. Unfortunately, all we got was some spiders. Not really worth it. And then, of course, here we have a regular Judgment. Might as well go on a Judgment blowing up spree, see if he can give us anything. That is the Liberty Cap, I believe it's called. I don't know if I want that. Might as well go ahead and pick it up because I believe it, you know, gives us a random mushroom effect every room or something like that, which could be worth it. I have a feeling that might be a little bit more worth it than the goat hoof. But I believe the secret room might be right here. Hopefully it is, because I need, like I said, some money. And there we go. Hopefully it's not greed. And there we go. It is not greed. I had a feeling it was going to be greed because, like I said before, the troll engine has been listening to me so far. I went ahead and blew that up because I had a feeling it would give me more money. I'm not sure exactly what the mechanics are for the slot machine drops as far as what it gives you. Of course, in that situation, it gave me money, and it seems like every other time I've blown up the slot machines, it's given me money or a spirit heart or something like that. But here we go, we're buying a... You know what I should have done? If I had any sort of brains whatsoever, I could have picked up those 5 cents or whatever from, or the 3 cents I got from the slot machine and used my money, or my, yeah, the money doubler, I guess. So 2 of diamonds would have doubled my money, and I could have also bought that pill or whatever else. Luckily, we are fighting the Fallen here, which is going to give us a devil room item pretty much, or an upgrade or whatever. That's always a good thing. If I had to beg for something, if I really got to pick what I wanted, I would probably want something like the pentagram or something. I can't think of anything that the devil could give us that would give us a health upgrade. And we get the mark, and it is the mark. I couldn't remember what it was called. I don't see the point in really coming in here. Might as well just see. Okay, you know, this is kind of getting ridiculous. I'm not sure if I want to... I don't think I want to pick up the Ouija board there because I hardly have any health whatsoever. And that would have given me only spirit hearts, which in the normal scheme of things might not have been too bad. But in this situation, since we're not going to be getting the Polaroid from Mom, I think I might as well just leave it in there. Now, what was the other thing that I guess I'll just keep the Liberty Cap. I was thinking about maybe going back and picking up the goat hoof, because now that I'm kind of playing in my slower state here without having the goat hoof, I've kind of realized maybe it would have been a better idea to have a speed upgrade rather than the random elements of the Liberty Cap. But the Liberty Cap sometimes can give you the like map and compass and stuff like that, so that might be kind of useful. And speaking of the map, here we have the map. If I can find some money, hopefully I can come back and get that. If not, at least hopefully I'll be able to get the spirit heart there. And we do have, like I said before, the 2 of diamonds, so all we really need is 8 cents to be able to get that. Like I said, the troll engine is in full effect right here. We get exactly 8 cents, and we get Bobby Bomb or whatever. Bobby, is that a reference, do you think, to the Bomb Bomb or whatever from, you know, Mario, the Mario series? I'm gonna wait to use the 2 of diamonds until I pretty much finish the floor. Maybe not finish the floor, but go a little bit further in the floor, because I want to maybe get a little bit of extra money. Chariot, I don't really need that right now. I might as well. Actually, I'm not going to use it right now. I was going to say I could use it on the boss, but what might be a good idea would be to get, maybe, like, use the Chariot card after, come back and get it after I use the 2 of diamonds, so I have enough money to, you know, buy that map. I could come back and pick that up and use it on the next floor. I guess in this situation, it would be an okay idea to come in here to the Cursed Room. Unfortunately, that did not really pay off, and we lost a spirit heart for that. There is a spirit heart in the shop, so I could get that and kind of make up for that, especially since I'm going to be doubling my money. I'll be able to get probably the map and the spirit heart. Fortunately, I was able to blow up that rock there and come into the spirit heart, or the, I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore, the secret room, and we get a 1-up. The 1-up, of course, is probably a good item. I guess, I was going to say, why are we running so fast? I guess that was an effect of the Liberty Cap. I guess I'm starting to talk a little bit too fast for my own mouth here. But yeah, the rest of this floor should not be too bad. We are on the catacombs too. I can't remember if the catacombs is the harder of the 2 floors or not. Overall, it doesn't seem to be too much harder than I would have expected. Fortunately, we get a health upgrade there. I'm feeling pretty good about this run. I didn't know what to expect. I thought maybe like in my... Basically, whenever I try and record things, I get bad luck. So far in the Binding of Isaac series, I've had really good luck. Here we get Justice. Might as well go ahead and use that because we get a cent, a heart, and a coin there. I thought maybe there was a slight chance that that bomb would blow me up. I would love to find the boss. And maybe if we get like Pageant Boy or something like that, that would be good. Or not good. I would rather not get that. But if we did get Pageant Boy, that wouldn't be so bad. Is that another health up? And it is. I am almost guaranteed to win this run. I really hate making statements like that. But with all of this stuff that we're getting, I just have this feeling that we're going to be able to, you know, win here. But I forgot what I was saying. I would really hate to have the Pageant Boy item, but if we do get it, it won't be that big of a deal because we do have the 2 of diamonds. Might as well go ahead and fight the boss, just like I said, just in case we do get Pageant Boy. Is this the... I can't remember if this is the Duke of Flies or not. Obviously, it's some sort of version of the Duke of Flies. I didn't think we'd be fighting the Duke of Flies this far down in the basement. Unfortunately, all we got was the belt here, which is a speed upgrade, which actually is probably not that bad, considering that I really didn't have that much of a speed benefit before that. Back when I had the goat hoof, I kind of did, but not in this situation. Might as well go ahead and use my 2 of diamonds and pick up the Chariot card. I have a feeling the Chariot card might be a good item to use, or a good tarot card to use, on a boss coming up. Not that I know what bosses are coming up or anything, but I have a feeling maybe like on the mom's boss fight or the mob boss fight, it might be a good idea. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the treasure map and pick up the spirit heart right here. I could pick up that red heart, but I would only be getting like half of the benefit of it because I only have a half of a red heart. I like how when I walk in here, the Liberty Cap gives me an extra red heart or whatever. Unfortunately, that actually goes away, but if I had bought that, I would have actually only bought really a half a red heart because like I said, that is all I have unavailable, if that makes any sense whatsoever. But anyway, we're going to make our way down to the next floor. I don't remember what even the next floor was called. I don't know if it is the Depths or Necropolis set of floors, but if it is, and it is, now then, I would really like, I have some pretty good items here. I wonder if I could maybe, might as well go in here and see what's in here. I could open that, might as well. We get a tarot card. I'm not going to pick it up right now because, of course, it's probably going to kill me when I try to pick it up because you're kind of frozen there. I was going to say, maybe since we have some pretty good items, this isn't exactly the best suite for what I'm about to say, but I could go for the Dark Boy achievement. I remember the Dark Boy achievement taking me absolutely forever, so if I can get that done in, you know, a couple of early episodes, or a couple of the early episodes, that would be great. And if you don't know what the Dark Boy achievement is, basically beat the Depths or Necropolis set of floors without taking any damage, which is kind of a ridiculous kind of feat unless you have the right set of items. Now, I have to imagine that the boss is down there in the bottom right. That's what I'm guessing anyway, but I would really like to find the... Okay, we're not getting Dark Boy. I'm guaranteeing that I'm going to take damage on this room, but I would really like to find the item room before we go down to the next floor or fight the boss. For some reason, I don't feel like these enemies are necessarily cheap. It's just for some reason, it seems like the hearts have such good AI. Like, they know exactly how to hide from you. And like I said before, I think I said this in the last episode, the masks have such a good, like... well, there goes the Dark Boy achievement. I'd like to go into that shop. But the masks have such a long, like, aggro range, it's kind of hard to dodge them sometimes. They're just really not my favorite enemies whatsoever. I'm going to be kind of disappointed if we can defeat Greed without taking any damage, if only because that would have been a... You know, in a normal run, when I actually am trying to go for a, you know, the Dark Boy achievement, Greed, I think, was the first one to ruin that sort of run for me when I was actually going for it on my own. Might as well, I'm going to go down here. I don't guess that I've gone to the secret room, but I'm not sure why it is on the map up there. I don't think I have the compass or anything. Maybe I already blew it up. I'm not even entirely sure what's going on anymore. I don't think it's really worth wasting a bomb to blow up that slot machine at this point. Maybe if I get to the end of the floor and I have some, like, a surplus of bombs, I will come back and blow that up. It looks like I'm getting a little bit of lag here. That's one thing I've noticed about the Binding of Isaac. It seems like there's a lot of lag for not really any reason, and as far as I know, I'm not a programmer or anything, I actually have taken a, you know, semester of computer science, or, you know, programming, Java or whatever. This isn't programmed in Java though, so I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I've heard it is programmed in Flash, and Flash, apparently this game is pushing Flash to its absolute limits, because I guess if they try and add more, I think it was like a technical feat that they even got the Wrath of the Lamb expansion in here, because if they had added any more, apparently they, you know, it was just hard to compile, or it wouldn't compile or something like that. I thought I remembered Edmund McMillan saying something like that. But here we're having, or, well, they're dead now, but we had a fight with the floating green head things. We get this spoon, wooden spoon. I guess that actually is a speed up, and it's not lying to me. Because there are so many items in the game, and here is the boss room, so I'm just going to go right in there and probably go right down to the next floor. There are so many items in this game that lie to you as far as what they actually do. I have a hard time believing it sometimes at face value when they actually tell me. But here we're fighting Loki, which is a very easy boss fight. Unfortunately, I'm taking some very stupid damage because I'm walking right into, you know, these very easy to dodge shots. Loki is one of those enemies that is not hard whatsoever. I almost dodged right into another one right there. And we get Loki's horns. I don't know if that's just because we beat Loki or what, but I'm glad to have it, I guess. But I almost accidentally went down there. But anyway, like I was saying, for the position in the game that Loki is, I feel like it is a very easy boss. Anyway, we're going to go in here and pick up. Okay, this is very... I'm not going to say difficult to decide, but if I pick up Guppy's Paw, I will get 9 extra spirit hearts, which I feel like is enough. And I'm not sure why we got Eve there. Like I said, I don't even remember why, you know, certain things unlock. I'm not sure what I did there to unlock Eve, but we also get the Dead Bird, which I have to imagine has something to do with Eve. We get the Curse, which has something to do with Eve as well. And I guess we might as well just go on to the next floor. I don't know if I was saying anything else before that, but that little sequence of events right there was probably a good thing. I'm a little bit hesitant to pick up, or, you know, go full Spirit Hearts. We do get a health up here, though, so we're going to be able to get another 3 Spirit Hearts. That's, I guess, a good reason why, you know, you might as well carry the Guppy's Paw with you. Normally, I would have the D6, and I'd probably just put Guppy's Paw back down as soon as I picked it up. But yeah, overall, that was probably a good sequence of events right there. Normally, I probably wouldn't do it, but in the situation, I probably, you know, it is a good idea, I guess. Might as well go ahead into the shop. Of course, the Nun's Habit or whatever is not really worth it, I don't think, because, of course, Guppy's Paw doesn't need to be charged up. The only situation I can see that being worth it at all is if I guess I can come back at any time, but if we get a spacebar item that does actually need to be recharged, maybe I could come back, but that would depend on me getting to the item room, which, of course, I will try to do, but I don't imagine that we're going to be getting anything, you know, a spacebar item from the item room. I don't know why I think that. I just don't have a feeling that we are going to be getting that. But overall, this room is not too bad. I'd love to go into that secret room right there. Maybe get... Oh, I forgot, by the way, that we have an extra life. So maybe getting the Guppy's Paw item is not that bad. Also, this is a kind of a weird thing. I got the extra heart from the strength thing that the Liberty Cap gave me. So if I just use Guppy's Paw, I guess that's an extra 3 hearts that they can't take away from me. So I guess this investment with Guppy's Paw has paid out more than I could have ever hoped. Unfortunately, I'm taking some really silly damage against these zombies, or whatever they're actually called. I have no idea. I actually almost forgot that we had the lump of coal until this room. For some reason, the blackness of my shots kind of stood out to me for some reason. I don't remember if I went... Oh, yeah, I did. I was going to say, I couldn't remember if I went into the shop, or the item room, or the... I should really think before I speak sometimes. The secret room, but I did, because that is where I got my, you know, free Spirit Hearts right there. Might as well go ahead and go back. I don't know why I'm following the path of this room when I could just, you know, use the ladder to get across it, but I kind of want to go back and find the item room. And luckily, I got the compass effect here from the Liberty Cap, so now I know exactly where to go to find the item room. I probably would have not gone that way, so that's lucky that I got that. I'm going to actually hold on to this Emperor card. I think the other card was that Chariot card from before, which is probably not worth it in my situation. I can probably use this as the Depths 2. What might be a good idea to do would be to try and get through the first floor of the womb without taking any damage, and then I can use the Emperor card to go to the boss of the second, you know, floor of the womb. Maybe I can get Mama's Boy, which is the achievement you get for beating the womb without taking any damage, which I actually did before I got Mama's Boy. I think that is a common thing to actually get Mama's Boy before you get Dark Boy. For some reason, it seems like the womb is way easier, in my opinion anyway, than the... I like how we get a heart out of there, so that was completely not worth it. But yeah, the womb seems like it's way more easy than the Depths slash Necropolis. And Necropolis is like the hardest set of floors, I feel like, other than maybe like, you know, the chest or anything like that. And the only reason it feels like the chest is hard sometimes is because they take 1 heart away from you every time you get hit. I can't tell if I'm really a big fan of the way that they do the damage in this game. Like, after you get past the womb, you take, or after you get past the floor we're on right now, you take 1 damage per hit. I can't tell if that's kind of a cheap way of doing, or making the game take more damage, or making the game harder. I guess it's not really that big of a deal, though. I can't really think of another way they could do it. But I was going to say make the enemies do more damage. That's exactly what they do, so that would have been a really stupid thing to say. You know, another thing I wanted to talk about as we go down, we have not fought the boss here yet. That will be Mom, so that probably won't be that big of a deal to take care of. As we saw in the last episode, Mom is not really that hard, and we're fighting the regular version of Mom, so it won't be hard, you know, ×2 here. But another thing I wanted to talk about, I kind of mentioned it in my update video. I'm going to be getting my capture card pretty soon, my second capture card. I've actually had 2 capture cards at this point, or 1. I'm getting my second one pretty soon. I'm getting the Elgato, by the way, for anybody that is interested in knowing that. I will be starting a new main Let's Play. I don't know if I made this clear in the first episode of Isaac or in my update video, but some people in the comments were still kind of saying that maybe I should do a different main Let's Play. I never intended for the Isaac series to be a main Let's Play as we pick up the Cat of Nine Tails here. What I really wanted the Isaac series to be is a, you know, just a side Let's Play, and I have a feeling that the boss is going to be down there at the bottom. Maybe it's going to be up here on the top right, though. Might as well go ahead and check. Unfortunately, we were fighting Gertie here, I believe is the name of this enemy, and unfortunately, we already took damage, so I guess we're not getting Mama's Boy. But yeah, like I said before, I already talked about this a little bit, but I just wanted to make it clear. This is not my next main Let's Play. For any of you that are, you know, worried about that. I don't know why, you know, worry would be exactly the emotion here. But yeah, I got another one in the works. Don't worry about that. If Isaac is not your cup of tea, I know Isaac is one of those games that, first of all, you have to be interested in the game, which eliminates a significant portion of the audience right there for any game. But also, a lot of people that would be interested in the game have already played the game, and not only played the game, but probably played it for hundreds of hours. Unfortunately, the boss was not here. Might as well go ahead and check, though. Not gonna open that. But the audience that has, or does like the game, has probably already played it, has probably already watched a lot of people play it, because I'm a little bit late to the party as far as, you know, the release date of this game goes. I think it came out in like 2011 or something like that. You know, it's kind of weird that this is probably the newest game that I've ever done on my channel. It's just kind of weird to think about. But yeah, so people that would already have watched this probably have already watched a lot of it. So that's why I'm kind of bringing up the fact that I still have a main Let's Play coming out that you might be a little bit more interested in. Luckily, I get the compass effect again there, so I know to go over here to get to the boss room. I have no reason not to go straight to the boss room. I don't remember if I went into the secret room, though, so I'm going to go ahead and bomb my way in here. I guess I didn't. You know, one thing I've heard about Greed in the secret room, I'm going to go ahead and try this. I would love for Greed to drop, like, oh, well, unfortunately, he died there. Apparently, if you let one of these things live, you kill Greed and you go back out, Greed will respawn. I don't know if this is considered a glitch or whatever. Might as well I guess it does work. I have to imagine this would be a very easy way to glitch the game as far as getting extra items. I don't know why I decided to do it again. I guess I'm just a complete scumbag. But this is probably an easy way to get a lot of coins, of course. Sometimes Greed drops items, I believe, which it might be a good way to get, you know, a couple of items, especially, okay, I forgot about unlocking Cain. That was not my reason for doing that, but I guess it is a good reason that or a good thing that I did that, because of course I like Cain as a character. But sometimes Greed drops items, so I have to imagine if you had like the D6, going in there and doing that kind of glitch or exploit or whatever you want to call it, might be a good idea for getting a lot of items. And of course the D20 would be a great thing to have in that situation, because you could re-roll all of those coins and get, you know, who knows how many items and keys and all kinds of stuff like that. The only thing is, you're kind of limited by your amount of bombs in that situation, unless you have the X-ray goggles or whatever. In that situation, you could probably go in and not have to worry about having, you know, bombs to get in there, because when you have the X-ray goggles, of course, you automatically are able to enter secret rooms without having to bomb your way in. Unfortunately, I forgot to look at what the name of this enemy is, so like I said, my goal in the first episode is to kind of learn the names of all these enemies, like I did not do the first time I played through the game, and I've already failed my goal a little bit here because I forgot what the name of this enemy is. I believe it's either Death or something like that, or War. I think War is actually the red one, but we are going to go ahead. I'm not going to be able to get anything from this, so it's not even really worth going in there. Might as well go ahead and pick up the cube of meat, because we have not actually, that's our first cube of meat in the entire Let's Play, and go on down to the Womb 2. Now, in the Womb 2, I kind of want to go get that secret room, and then I might as well go ahead and use my Emperor, I was going to say Empress card, which the Empress card is completely different. I'm not even sure what the difference is between, well, I know the Emperor card takes you to the boss. I didn't mean to say I don't know the difference between them. I'm just not entirely sure what the Empress card does off the top of my head. Might as well go ahead and see what this does. For instantly, not a big deal. Luckily, it was not a health uphill, but I do know what the health uphill looks like, so I would have probably known to not use it in that situation anyway. Actually, in my current situation, it would not be a big deal to use a health up, because I don't actually have Polaroid invincibility, because of course I do not have the Polaroid. Fortunately, I was able to take out there. Okay, well, I guess the health bar just does not want to work here. I was gonna say, fortunately, I got out of the room without taking too much damage. I thought I might, you know, might be a different situation there, but not really anything worth it in this room. Might as well go ahead and use the Emperor card. And we're going to be fighting Mom's Heart. I have not fought Mom's Heart in quite a long time. It's been either, you know, Mom's, I believe It Lives is the name of it. I'm not even sure what the difference is between the two. Of course, there's a different aesthetic, or the boss looks a little bit different. I'm not sure if there's any difference in fight style, because so far, it looks like she's spawning the same exact enemies that the Mom's, or that the It Lives boss spawns. Might as well go ahead and drop in a few bombs here. Of course, that's always a good idea, and I think I actually mentioned that earlier, and that's always a good idea, of course, because in this situation I have poison bombs, and that'll take her down extremely quickly. In general, that's a good idea because you can, you know, take out the enemies that she spawns much easier. But we did get a Spirit Heart here. I'm not sure why this opened up. I guess we can go to Sheol here, but we get the Book of Belial. I was not expecting to be able to go to Shoal here. Maybe I should have taken the easy way out and gone to, you know, just taken my victory and gone in the chest there. Is this how you get to Shoal? I don't remember. I think there's some, if I do remember, if I had to take a guess, there's some sort of mechanic where you can randomly go to Shoal, and then there's some sort of mechanic where it, like, lets you go to Shoal whenever you want. I'm not even sure what the mechanic is there, so I'm kind of surprised that I was actually able to go to, you know, Shoal here. Look, how many times am I going to say Shoal in the next, you know, 5 minutes? Probably a lot if this boss fight, or this room down here is not the boss. Fortunately, I do not mind. I'm going to go ahead and pick that up. That is actually a really good thing to pick up. I don't know where my health is. That's kind of weird. And there was a tinted rock right there that I almost missed. I'll have to go back and get that. Fortunately, Satan is not a hard boss fight whatsoever. I have a feeling now that I've said that, though, that I will probably die to Satan. I have a feeling also that I did not get my health up there because I might have used that, and unfortunately this is not the boss. I have a feeling that when I picked up that health up pill, I didn't get a health up, actually, because when I got the strength card from the Liberty Cap or whatever, maybe that had something to do with it. I don't exactly know. At this point, though, I almost wish that I had kept the Emperor card to go to the boss on this floor, of course, because Satan or Shoal is a lot harder than the Womb, I believe anyway. It's actually not that much harder, in my opinion. It's just, I was going to say because you take 1 heart of damage per hit, but that's also true for the Womb, so overall it's exactly the same, I guess. Unfortunately, we're getting a, you know, a greed room here, which is never a good thing. I'm not really good at fighting greed whatsoever. Fortunately, though, you know, the silver lining, I guess, is that we have the cube of meat to act as a shield almost, and the other unfortunate thing is that we are fighting super greed, which appears to have a crazy amount of HP. Now, speaking of HP, I have a not insignificant amount of HP in this. That was a perfect dodge right into that amount of damage right there, or that, you know, speck of damage, whatever. Anyway, we don't have an insignificant amount of HP. If we could just get to Satan, I have a feeling that we would be able to beat him. The problem with Satan, or the problem with Shoal, is that the rooms are a little bit difficult, so I'm not even sure if I'm going to be able to get to him. Definitely not going to go to that curse room. Normally I would go to curse rooms, as I said in the last episode, but in this situation, since it's going to be 1 heart of damage per, you know, trip to a curse room, that's probably not a good idea. Luckily, I'm able to take out whatever that enemy is. I'm not exactly sure, and luckily I did find the boss room. Unfortunately, I have a really tough time dealing with these enemies sometimes, and I took them out without actually taking any damage. Now, that is actually a health up. Hopefully, I do get actual health this time. Fortunately, I did, because that is 3 extra spirit heart. Now, I do feel like the word of the run here is going to be fortunately and unfortunately, because I feel like I've said that about 100 times at this point. But the first phase of the Satan fight, of course, is the Fallen. Not a bad fight whatsoever. I believe we have already fought the Fallen on this run, and we got the mark, I believe, from him. So, I've done it once already. There's no reason I shouldn't be able to do it again. The only thing that would make it harder is that, of course, we are taking 1 extra, or I guess an extra heart of damage, versus the first time we fought the Fallen. The second phase of the Satan fight, I've never felt was really that hard either. It's not, I was going to say you can cheese it. It's not really cheesing it, it's just like, it's kind of a predictable pattern. And the last phase is not that hard either, as long as you are decently good at dodging, I guess. But there we go, the Fallen is done. Now here we have the final, or the second phase of Satan, I should say. I found that if you just stay on one of the sides, you'll get hit exactly like I do, and that's definitely what you don't want to have happen. But if you stay on one of the sides, like the side farthest away from Satan, and you have a decently good range, you will be able to dodge, of course, if you are able to dodge the shots. You'll be able to do a significant amount of damage to Satan, like so, and he's dead, and not really have to worry about taking too much damage. Now here we are in the final stage of the Satan fight. I was getting, you know, tongue-tied there for a second. Overall, this should not be that bad. The only thing that I can see taking us out in this situation would be the bomb flies, or whatever those things are called. Unfortunately, it looks like I was able to get those to blow up right on Satan's foot, and it looks like they're also doing poison damage. I can't really think of a reason why they would be doing poison damage, unless my poison bombs somehow affect that. But there we go, guys. We get Mom's Knife unlocked. Definitely cannot wait to have that in an actual run. And that is our first Womb win, and that is also our first Shoal win, so I'm actually kind of proud of that run right there. Got a little tongue-tied a couple of times in there, but like I said, as a commentator, I definitely still have to grow, and a Binding of Isaac kind of game, if you're looking to get into gaming, or, you know, doing videos, it's definitely a good game to do, because you've really got to, you know, think on your feet, The game is hard in itself, and, you know, commentary is definitely not an easy thing to do either, but if you put them together, definitely a, you know, not an insignificant amount of difficulty there. But anyway, we defeated that run without too much of a problem. I hope to see you guys back for the next run.